Hi, are you okay? My name is Dana and welcome to this bite-sized Happy Hips session. So we're just going to work on really strengthening through the glutes, through the hips, and also doing some mobility. So work at your level, make sure your area is free of any obstructions, and we're just going to spend these 10 minutes focusing on you. So let's start in the all fours position, okay? So if you do have any wrist problems, you can always do this on your fists, just remove your rings, okay? So we're going to have hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And so we can really activate through that core, we're going to work through a pelvic tilt, okay? So keeping the ribs nice and still, we're just rocking that pelvis up and down. Just tilting that tailbone up and down. And we want to find a midway point. So this is our neutral spine. So when you're ready to find that midway point, can you feel those abs are now engaged? So now our spine is nice and stable. Now we're going to work on the left leg first, okay? What I'd like you to do is take the left leg back, nice and long. We're going to inhale as we lift up in line with the hip. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now whilst we're doing this, I want to think about pelvic stability, okay? So imagine you've got headlights on the front of your pelvis. Keep them facing the mat. So keeping that core nicely engaged, we're just moving through the leg. Now, I'd like us to inhale, lift, exhale, tap out to the side. Inhale, back up, exhale, down. So we're working on a bit of mobility and we're strengthening through the outer hip. Focus on that breath, keep the core engaged. Inhale, lift, exhale, out, tap. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. 2 more on this leg. Perfect. And 1 more. Keep that leg nice and straight. And come back to the all fours position. Now we're just going to change legs, okay? So sit back, give those wrists a bit of a breather. Now we're going to take the right foot back. So nice and long through that leg. Make sure that core is engaged. We're just going to do the leg lifts. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Can you feel that glute activating? So that muscle in the bum. Perfect. So a nice little bit of mobility through the hip here. Just working on one side at a time. Really focusing on core and pelvic stability. Perfect. Keep that leg nice and long. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Are you ready to tap out to the side? So inhale, lift. Exhale, tap out. Inhale, return. Exhale, lower. So remember, just in line with the hip. Tap out. Return. Lower. Keep that upper body really still. So you might be feeling this in your arms now. Have a breather if you need it. Fantastic. Excellent. Nice little tap out to the side. Try not to move the upper body. We're going for 2 more. Exhale out. Inhale, return. Lower. Last one. Perfect. Up. Back to all fours. Into your child's pose, okay? So take the pressure off the wrists. Knees apart, feet together. And just really lengthen the arms all the way up the mat. Forehead down. Perfect. Nice steady breaths here. Good work. Excellent. So really nice and steady. Just walk yourself back and we're going to come onto our back. Okay. So we're going to focus again on hip mobility, but we'll also bring in the core, okay? So feet and knees together, arms by your sides. Shoulders are relaxed, chin is slightly tucked. We're going to inhale as we drop one knee out. Then we're going to imprint, push the lower back down, feel the core engage. Exhale, bring the knee back to center. Let the imprint go. Change legs. So inhale as you drop the knee out. Push that lower back down very gently. Exhale back to center. Perfect. So whilst we're dropping the knee out, we want to keep this pelvis really still. So you don't want the back of the pelvis to lift at all. Keep it stuck to the mat. Imagine your headlights on the front of your hips are facing the ceiling or the sky. So feel how that core is nice and strong as you bring your knee back to center. So inhale out, exhale back. Let's do one more on each side. Feel how those hips are mobilizing really nicely. Back to center. Perfect. So feet and knees hip width apart now. We're going to work through the pelvic tilt, okay? So we're going to inhale as we curl the tip of the tailbone towards us. Then we're going to exhale as we curl it away. So feel the lower back lift. And again, inhale, curl up. Feel that core engage. Exhale, curl away. Perfect. Keep those knees in line with your hips. So thinking about hip stability. We don't want the knees to flay out, okay? Stay in control. Excellent. Really small movement, but this is great for your lower back as well, the pelvic tilt. Great for core strength. Okay, so knees are in line. We're going to come up into the glute bridge for a nice big stretch down the front of the hip flexors. So we're going to inhale as we curl the tip of the tailbone up. We're going to peel ourselves up off the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Knees in line with the chest, squeeze the glutes, feel the stretch through the front of the body. And then we're going to exhale as we lower, one vertebrae at a time. Fantastic. And again, inhale as you lift, peel yourself up. Feet are nicely grounded. Squeeze those glutes. Exhale, lower. We're going to do 3 more. Inhale as we peel up. Exhale as we lower. So we want these muscles to be nice and strong around the hips. So glute medius in the hips and the side, gluteus maximus at the back. Perfect. And let's go for 1 more. Exhale, relax all the way down. Feet and knees together, let the knees drop. If this feels too much, you can place cushions underneath the knees, okay? Just let those hips really ease their way open. Fantastic. Very gently bring the knees back to center. Take the left foot across the right knee. Reach behind the right thigh and gently just hug it in. Go for a glute stretch. So you'll find if you have tight glutes, then your hips will feel quite tight. Really important to keep these nice and loose. Hips and pelvis, it's all the same area, isn't it? And let's change. So right foot across the left knee, hug behind the left thigh. You know, if you struggle with this one, you can keep the foot on the mat and push the knee out, or you could put a cushion behind your head and then that just raises you up. Makes it a little bit easier to reach behind the thigh. Fantastic. So very gently bring yourself up to seated. And we're just going to bring the soles of the feet together. We're going to very gently, can't stress that enough, push the knees out. Really open up very nicely through the hips. Nice steady breaths. Perfect. And release that. And let's come into the all fours position just so that we can really nicely stretch through the core, through the middle. I'm going to go for a cat stretch. So we're going to inhale as we arch up. Exhale, arch down. And again, inhale, arch up. Exhale, arch down. And let's just finish with a child's pose. So feet together, knees apart. Lengthen those arms up the mat, bring the forehead down. Nice steady breaths. Ease into this position. Just holding this a little bit longer just to finish. Nice big breath in and breath out. And then gently just walk those hands towards you. bring yourself up, head coming up last, very gently, just walking those hands towards you, and you're all done. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you can manage to fit that into your day quite easily. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again very soon.